Hey ho, let's go, guys and gals, and hello, my friends. This is your host, Joe, Life with Yosef. I think it's the 28th of July 2026, and we're going to do July 26 Extravaganza number 5 right here. I got my spot back. I stayed up at the other one till Tuesday, and somebody knocked on my door, and it was their spot. I knew somebody'd be by, so I went ahead and buttoned up. And since I only hooked up water and power, and it's a lot easier to manage my bed now, it's a lot easier to break camp. So I drove up here, and I backed in because you could see right here, I didn't want to get stuck. I didn't want to get stuck in this. You could see how some of the dirt's been washed away from the pavement. So I backed in. Now, I went into town last week, and that's when I was able to upload number 4. So I'm in a little bit better spot on the spot here. This is a cabin that they rent. And earlier in the shot, you saw the bathrooms, but they don't have a shower. They just have the bathroom. Now, you could see right here, and I'll arrow it, where they had the skip loader out, and they got some dirt down. I heard somebody driving up behind me, but they turned. They got some dirt down, and they've flattened it, smoothed it over. They smoothed over the part of this lot here, for lack of a better word. And they've also smoothed out a lot of this open area, which is the Ponderosa Recreation Area number 1. And you see here the rest of the where I am, and we're back to the bathrooms. Now you see here, I'm a little bit closer to the hill on the street side, or the driver's side, which is going to leave me more room for my table and my chair and stuff, which I'll show you in a second. I don't think I've seen a power box not on a pedestal since we were in Texas the first year we traveled. I think we were in Cleveland, Texas. And then you see the water right here too. I think in the colder weather, you've got that type of spigot, like I talked about in Williams. And this one works. So I'm pretty happy about that. Now you could also see here, and I'll arrow it, that the pipe is a heated pipe, because the guy, Tim, one of the employees here, they got the water shut off right now, but they don't shut the water off here in the winter. If I wanted to be here all year, I guess, I would have water. There's just no way. Now, I'll say that I said I'd never be cold again. I haven't worn pants since I was in Vegas a year ago in March. And denim pants, jeans, long pants. So I'm not going to be hot, but I'm not going to be cold either. So here's where I'm now parked, where you can see I've got a little bit more room for my table and dude, and it's not hard to back in. I'm just out of practice, and you got to be careful. Now, remembering that I have a backup camera in my mirror, I like this spot. I'm in spot 11. Now, none of them are really marked. Well, this one isn't. And I'm going to tell you one of the drawbacks of my spot. I'm going to arrow where the sewer hookup is. Now, you look at this. The sewer on an RV is on the street side, or the driver's side. So I don't have nearly a long enough hose to drag it all the way around. And in Arizona, you're not allowed to have your sewer on the ground, your sewer hose on the ground. Now I'm a little bit further back, so somehow I would have to pull in right where I'm going to error here, where the rock line is, and then somehow support the hose as it's draining, and I'm just not going to deal with that. It's just stupid shit. Now, they have it there because it's right in line with the bathrooms and with the cabin, their sewer line. Now, they really should have spent a couple $100 and put it where it should be, but well, this is one of the drawbacks of the spot. Now, to me, it's the only drawback of the spot. I don't have neighbors. And this is not a desirable spot. God, the fucking flies. Jesus. It's not a desirable spot because I think the longest rig you could have here is 24 feet. It's a back end spot. I'm a 23.6 and I fit fine. So I like this spot. I don't think anyone else does. That's why I was able to secure it for 2 months fairly on in the summer season, and I could stay another month if I want. It was open when I checked when I got here a week ago Sunday. Now I may do that. I haven't decided, and one of the driving points is going to be I'm going to hopefully make it to the urologist this time. I think it's September the 14th in Flagstaff. And I'm going to let them, if it's something I need to be back in Flagstaff for or something like that, then I'm going to have to make some decisions. And if the spot's not open and no other spot is open, I'll just go back to the hideout. Hello, baby. I know. Here's my pup. Hold on here. Yeah, there he is. Hello, baby boy. Last 2 days, he's been adamant that we can get out at daybreak so he could survey his domain. Look at him. He's a great, great camp dog. The other day, I posted on Facebook twice because I got such shitty internet up here, which I'll talk about. God, the flies. God damn, what are the flies all here for? He alerted, and there were 3 deer up the hill in back of me. I didn't see him. Oh, I saw him, but they didn't show up on the picture. I know, sweetheart. You're a good boy. I know. Well, I'm going to film and edit today. I edited the restaurant review at the airport cafe that I went to last week. I tried to publish even that, and there's just no way. So I'm going to film, I don't know how much today, and then I'm going to go into town tomorrow. I probably need to go to Walmart. I need to go to Walgreens. I have some meds that I need to pick up, and I run the generator with a dude to have the air on, and that's how I published the last one, number 4, because I was able to, I'm in town, I've got power, AC power, and my internet works fine. So I'm going to publish this probably tomorrow. I also have some Amazon to pick up at the locker, but they sent me something that said UPS was unable to deliver to the locker, and I need to reach out to UPS. Well, I'm not going to reach out to UPS. I'm not their customer. Amazon is. So somebody will send it back, and I'll just reorder it again. I'm not going to argue with these idiots. It's not my responsibility. I'm not the customer. Amazon is. There's a laundromat on Stockton Hill as well, where the Amazon pickup is at the Circle K and the Walmart and all that stuff, and a whole bunch of the fast food, some of the fast food. Um, and the Walgreens is on Stockton Hill and Andy Devine, which is US 66. And when you cross that you're on Hualapai Mountain Road, and that's what takes you up here to Hualapai Mountain Park, which is run by Mojave County. I'm going to need to go back out to the hideout because I have 3, 4, 5 things that I'm going to need to pick up that are at the hideout. One of them, I think it's arriving today or tomorrow, is a waveform antenna, a cellular antenna for my my cellular internet router. And it cost me $329, and I get a 90-day guarantee, so I'm going to give it a try. Now, I have a Starlink that I have on pause. That cost me $500 or $600. The problem with them is they charge a lot of money for the amount of data I use. Because all I do is watch YouTube and Facebook when I have my tablet. I don't watch TV anymore. I haven't in forever. So I'm going to try this. Now, this is not the only spot that I stay at that I don't have solid cellular internet. Glen Helen in San Bernardino, but I think they're closed. I think they're closed forever. I may need to call him. I've sent them email twice and they don't respond. So I may need to call them on the phone and ask. That's one place. Sandy Beach, I don't get good internet. I talked about that on the inaugural trip with the toy hauler. Also at, the place in Lodi, hold on. Flag City. I've never gotten good internet there, and I don't understand why. It's right there off of I-5 and California 12. Why don't I don't have good cell service either? Why? Who's dropping the ball there, T-Mobile? And then the park that I stay at up in Wairika, which is kind of sort of out of town just a touch. I'd never gotten good internet there either. And depending on what my travel plans are, which I'll talk about here in a sec, that's going to be, it's going to be helpful there too. So I'm going to give it a try. They say you could, it's a DIY, it takes you half an hour. I'm going to look at it. I'm not really handy with tools, and I may not have the right tools. But there is a guy in town that does cell phone and tablet repair. And I may bring it into him and see if he could do it. If it's a half, I'll pay $100 to have it done. I don't care. I'll pay a tradie for his time. I have no problem with that. I'd rather have it done right, pay X amount of dollars. Now, if he wants $1,000, he can fuck himself. But, I'm willing to pay just so I don't have to stress it. I drop it off. I go to breakfast. Life is good. So I'm going to probably, if it gets delivered today, then I'm going to go tomorrow or the day after, probably Thursday, to the hideout, pick up my stuff. I also want to pick up my my portable refrigerator, because I think I want to have it in here. I just didn't have it in me when I left. I should have it in me then. I don't want to stay at the hideout, because I'm almost sure I turned my AC off, and it's going to be 120 degrees this weekend. I'm not joking about that. And I'm not going to tolerate that nonsense. So if I wake up at daybreak, I break camp, I drive there, I load up what I need, everything's ready to go. I could be back up here by 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm good to go. And then I could drop it off at the guy, hopefully the guy who will install it for me. I don't think it's that hard. I'm going to look at it first, but you never know. So I am addressing the internet because, If there's two things I'm anal about in life is internet speed, having a decent internet speed, and ice. Having ice access, because I love my cold drink in my 100-ounce mug, which is, hold on, 100-ounce mug. Gotta have it. So that is kind of what the plan is for now. So I'm going to close July 26 Extravaganza number 5. This is, as always, your host, Joe, with my co-host, Dude. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you. May Freya in her infinite wisdom show you favor on the hunt now and in the afterlife through her fields so soft and green. You know the rest of the spiel. And we'll see you for the next one.